Hello and welcome to Royal Gist. Piers Morgan slams palace for massive misstep ahead of King Charles's coronation. Piers Morgan has made his stance known against the royal family once again as he slammed the palace for a massive misstep when trying to make the historic service inclusive. So guys, as we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. During the opening of his show on Monday, Piers explained, it's coronation week, and like it or not, the eyes of the world are on the British monarchy. This will be an historic state occasion, but ultimately, it belongs to the British people. But in trying to make precisely that point, the palace has begun this momentous week and what looks to me like a bit of a misstep, and I'll tell you why. In a striking change to an ancient ritual, the watching public will be invited to pay homage to King Charles by reciting an oath of allegiance, something normally reserved for aristocrats in Westminster Abbey. It's supposed to make the service inclusive, a people's coronation, they say, but instead, it has played into the hands of the naysayers and Republicans bent on souring this coronation. Piers Morgan went on to say that he had no problem swearing an oath to the new king, but had his reservations and claimed he had mixed feelings. He explained his mixed feelings came from the fact the king has earned an allegiance from us with the longest apprenticeship in history and a lifetime of duty and service. He added, I will defend King Charles and the institution of the monarchy to the hilt as a unifying force for good in this country. But as always, the devil lurks in the detail. The order of service will say, all those who so desire in the abbey and elsewhere say together, I swear that I will pay true allegiance to Her Majesty. Look, so far, so good. I've got no problem with those words. I can imagine a lot of people at home actually saying, I can say that, I can go along with that. Nothing dictatorial about that bit. All those who desire can get involved. Expressing where his issue came from, Pierce explained. The king's heirs and successors, well, they include a bunch of rather unsavory characters that many British people might rather lock in the Tower of London than pay allegiance and homage to. Let's not forget that Prince Harry, the great royal traitor, is fit in line to the throne despite having done more than anybody in living memory, with the possible exception of his wife, to trash and undermine the institution we are supposed to be celebrating on Saturday. A little further down the list is Prince Andrew, eighth in line to the throne. His calamitous PR decisions have heaped global embarrassment on the royals. The coronation is said to be a lavish event, but ahead of this big day, Tom Parker Bowles added, open up about the reason King Charles opted for a toned-down lunch after the ceremony. He joined Saturday Kitchen host Matt Tebbutt and explained, there has been a long tradition of coronation food and coronation feast. There were hundreds and hundreds of courses had been brought in the 1980s. There was a tradition of huge feasts in the 1890s, and I think it was George IV who spent something like 27 million on 80 courses and people bringing it on horses. It was all very over the top, so I think quite rightly, the king has decided this time that it's probably not the right time to be doing a feast of 5,000 people with lax dogs. There is a big lunch, I think. I sound like a spokesman, yeah, but don't I? But it is the big lunch, and of course, getting together and eating and doing things you do in celebration.